Well, hey there, and welcome to Metal Mercers Road podcast for Sunday, May 28th, 2017. How are you? My name, of course, is Mr. Paul Mercer. I'm your Metal Mercers Road podcast host, and I do one of these once a week, just to check in and see how you're doing, how you're getting on with life and all that shit, and, talk about what's going on in the Calgary music scene with my band, Concrete Funeral, and, just check in and make sure you're having a good one, right? It's just about fucking ran over a dog yesterday. I was leaving Devin's house after our band meeting there, and we stuck around, had some pizza with Devin and Dawn, and then as I'm leaving, this little looks like a Shih Tzu or something ran out in front of me, and I slammed on the brakes, honked the horn, and then I'm like, fuck, are you gonna fucking get your dog here? There's people out front. These people are hanging out in their front yard, but their dog isn't on a leash, and it just fucking runs out and just about fucking gets killed by old Paulie fucking Potato Head. Jesus, you should probably keep your dog on a leash. But and then she's like, go, just go, and then the fucking dog runs back. So I'm like Jesus, lady, I don't know, get your fucking mutt on a leash, would you please? That's something I'm glad I fucking didn't run over. I think the worst thing I ever ran over is probably a squirrel, and I didn't really do that on purpose either. It just kind of fucking ran out. There's nothing I could do. You just fucking boom, cruising along on one of the back roads at 80, 90k an hour, and just fucking ran that little bastard right over. Squished his little acorn head, fucking pop. You just felt the little tick, tick. It's almost like a single fucking pop in the popcorn. My parents left to drive back across Canada as of yesterday, so I think that's the fourth time they've done it. Made the track across Canada. They took the little, they got this little bubble trailer thing they're gonna camp in and shit on the way. I think they're already actually in Ontario somewhere, but so safe travels to Mima and Pa. And then of course I'm pretty sure my dad's got a fucking chainsaw with him, so he's probably gonna cut down some trees on that little piece of land he's got and fucking, I don't know, live in that little bubble trailer. Other than that, it's been, it's only been a few days since I did a podcast, so I haven't gone to any shows. I think there was a good one last night. Dickens Pub had, Distortion had The Fifth Circle, Social Arsonist, Widow's Peak, Chaos Being, and 6 Pound Front. So hopefully that went well. I seen lots of pictures. Looked like there was a good turnout, so all the best to those bands. I know Social Arsonist is in from, I think they're out of Vancouver. They say they're out of Chile, but we're pretty sure they're out of Vancouver, so they frequent Calgary a little bit too much to be directly out of Chile, but I don't know. They added a second guitar or two lately, so change your sound a little bit, and what else is new? I guess we could get into some local shows. Sorry. Yes, I am chewing still. I know it's a fucking... It's a disgusting fucking habit. I've kicked it before, but of course I'm back on the fucking bandwagon again. So it's better than doing a bunch of blow, I guess. Had some fucking rough years. Some rough fucking party years. I guess that's probably why I'm all gray. Even like right here, I'm starting to get fucking mad gray. All in here, gray here. I don't know what it is, but old fucking poly gray balls. I think I even got a piece of gray in my eyebrow now. It's like, it's just hitting all fronts, So I'm not the old young buck I used to be. Got a few years on me now. All right, how about we let's bang off these shows quick, and then we can get into the top 10 benefits of being a single fucking guy like myself, And this is a fucking no pants podcast, of course. And Airdrie is a licensed no pants podcast zone, so I just between you and I'm not wearing any pants right now. That's one of the benefits of being a single bachelor like myself. I don't have any prenup signed or nothing like that, and no kids that I know about, so should be safe on all fronts. But anyway, let's get into the shows. So tonight at Broken City, Exit Strategy, Burning Effigy, Repugnant Scum, and Flashback. There's an $8 cover. Doors are at 5:30, and it's all ages fucking show. So, and then June 17th, Zickens Pub, we have Vultures, No Liars, From the Wolves, and False Flag. And then Friday, June 2nd, yes, boys, at Distortion, we got Aries Kingdom, Bergrim, Eximerius, and Pathetic, and then Falaciary. Doors are at 9. Yes, boys, the doors are at 9. Shows are at fucking 10, boys, and the cover is $15, right? And then at the Palomino Smokehouse and Social Club, Brass, Gawker, Hext, and Guests. Doors are at $9, or tickets are fucking $10 in advance. Vern's, this is still on June 2nd. At Vern's, it's the 5-cent Freak Show, Skullet, and Small Town Knife Fight are in town. I've never heard of either one of those, so not sure what that one's all about. I'm sure that's some sort of freak show. I don't know. Sounds like an interesting few characters will be there, There's definitely a few interesting characters around the metal scene, if you haven't noticed already. A few misfits, if you will. Equity, Alberta. This is Vantopia 5, the biggest, baddest, raddest weekend. Tickets are $50 in advance at Sloth Records. My show pass includes van parking, tenting, Beckner's famous Sunday morning pancake breakfast with the Locust. Check out the event and the killer lineup. And then it gives a fucking link here. And then my computer is slow as molasses. So Vantopia, biggest, baddest, raddest. There looks like there's 168 people going. And NVGR is playing Buzzard, Cron Goblin, The Weir, Solid Brown, Denim Machine, BBB, The Otters, All Hands on Jane, Stab Twist Pull, Black Mastiff, Black Wizard, Woodhawk, Black Thunder, Electric Owl, Bazaraba, Brass, 2/3 of Nothing, Hexed, and Sweetgrass, Iron Tusk, and Matt Greisen from the Rolling Heavy magazine will be joining us for the big party this year. This is an 18 plus fucking event, and now I've lost my fucking show page. So where were we? I think we're on June 2nd. Paul, nobody knows where the fuck you are. You're the one running this fucking shit show of a podcast, you know? Yes, so Saturday, June 3rd at Distortion Live Music Venue. Black Pussy, Electric Revival, Buzzard, and special guests. Doors are at 8, bands are at 9:30. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Did I already say that one? I'm a mook sometimes. Sunday, June 4th, Broken City, Color in the Clouds, Conveyor, Church Tongue, Kennedy. Tickets are $10 in advance from Color in the Clouds and more at the door. This is an all ages licensed event. Doors are at 5. And Vantopia is still continuing on this day, June 4th. Friday, June 9th, Palomino Smokehouse and Social Club. Bison, The Weir, Buffalo Budbuster, and Orbital Express. Cataplexus, Crepitus is at the Night Owl. Spurn and Locatus, doors are at 9 in the library, which of course is downstairs at Night Owl. Lord Nelson's, June 9th, Lord Nelson's Pub and Grill, the Hollowed Catharus, the Sci-Fied, and the Fried Tour with the Modern Architecture, Snake Pit, and the boys from Terminal Human Condition, THC. Tickets are $10, $15 at the door. Saturday, June 10th, Distortion Live Music Venue, Obey the Brave with These Nuts, Get the Shot, Nuclear Oath, and World Class White Trash. So maybe we'll do one more here. Scotiabank, the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. Oh, sold out. Yeah, Tool plays on June 12th at the Dome. Fuck, that would have been a sweet one to have tickets to, eh? But old fucking Polly Pennywallet won't be heading to Tool. I don't even know how much tickets were, but I can't imagine they're fucking any cheaper than $80. It's sold out anyway, so now you're really gonna pay the fucking little those fucking scalper fuckers outside the door, you know. Always trying to make a buck off the die-hard fan, you know, dying to go to the sold out show, you know, saving up all of his fucking can and bottle money to buy a nice little Tool ticket so he can go and you know, finger bang his girlfriend in the back of the crowd at the show. I don't know why it has to go there every time, Paul, every time. Okay, I actually written something for today's show, which is a fucking change, eh? So I guess I'll see if I can read my own writing. God knows I can't fucking read a book, so not without pictures anyway. But here's the top 10 advantages of being a single fucking bloke like myself. I get to dry the dishes with my t-shirt. You know, you ever do that? Or maybe you like lick a spoon and put it back in the drawer? I have no idea. Anyway, I do have an idea because this is the kind of slack shit that I get away with around the house because I have no broad to keep me in fucking check. Anyway, number 2, I can keep the toenail clippers with the toothbrushes. Ew. Actually, I don't even fucking really do that, but I just thought it would be a good one to make the list. Number 3, the advantages of being a single fella. The whole house is a jerk-off zone. Number 4, I don't have to wear pants. And of course, you have no idea that I'm not wearing pants other than I told you about fucking 5 minutes earlier. But, you know, I am wearing boxers, so don't get all hot and revved up now. Simmer down now. And then number 5, I clean up the floor with a quick swipe of my foot while still wearing my sock. That is totally true, and that is definitely a single fella way to clean up a quick mess on the floor, right? Unless it's fucking sugar, because that shit's sticky. But who eats that garbage anyway? Anyway, number 6, the toilet seat is always left up, and that is true unless I dropped a quick smash. Then she's left down, right? Whatever position I pretty much leave it in is the way I exit the bathroom. And I'm sure that's true for all you single ladies out there too. Number 7, I take the garbage out and replace the bag at a time of my choosing. Number 8, I don't have to hang out with your mother. I don't know who the fuck your mother is anyway, so maybe she's a nice lady. Hopefully you did something nice for her on Mother's Day, Wrote her a nice little song. I remember when I first started playing guitar, I think I wrote my mom a Mother's Day song one year, and it was horrific. But I like to feel that I've, accomplished a little bit as a musician now. I definitely feel a little more comfortable on the guitar and bass these days, so but still got to keep plugging away, right? Anyway, Paul, nobody gives a fuck. Back to the 10 advantages of a single fella. Number 9, you get to have all the fucking blankets. Number 10, the toilet paper is always left off the fucking roll. Alright, that was the top 10 advantages of being a single bachelor, a single fella like myself. And I'm pretty sure I got some new neighbors. They moved in above me, and I don't know if you guys know this already, but I'm living back in me condo, and I've owned this condo for quite some time. It's been about 10 years or something, but I'm thinking I'll probably sell it at the end of this year. Hopefully, if I can find a adequate buyer, and and then see what. Maybe just buy a fucking camper and just go total fucking redneck. Live on the road, live up the road here and there. Live in a Walmart parking lot for the rest of my life, maybe. I could be like one of the Walmart people. The pikey Walmart people. Just the floater that floats around to every Walmart parking lot. It's the things dreams are made of, really, It's the little things that matters. Anyway, these are... Now I got another funky little list here for you. These are the strangest people you didn't know existed. There's a Chinese man named Yu Zhenhuan, has a hyperkeratosis, which allows hair to cover around 96% of his body. Jesus, I might have that. Then there's a picture of this bloke with, he's got fucking, his eyebrow hair is basically going down there, but, you could probably at least fix yourself up a bit, buying a good old razor blade, just don't keep them with your toothbrushes, right? Okay, that was fucking the gayest joke ever, Paul. Valerie Lukanova, also known as the human doll, has the likeness of a Barbie doll and has never admitted to the use of plastic surgery. And she's pretty much looks like a fucking mannequin doll, so I'm pretty, that doesn't even look like a fucking human being. Let's get serious. When do you like stop doing the surgery? Like, I don't know, people's, architecture of their face and shit like that is it's noticeable, Anyway, look at this fucking weirdo. Tom Staniford suffers from NDP myelodysplastic preleukemic syndrome, which doesn't allow his body to store fat under his skin. Despite having diabetes due to his syndrome, he is an avid cyclist. Jesus, so he has zero body fat, and he looks like a fucking... He looks like one of those, when those fucking bodies come with all the skin attached to them, like they just kind of remove the skin. I forget what the fuck they're called. I'm a jabroni, but anyway, let's get into the next one. Yodi Amaj is the smallest woman in the world, standing at 62.8 centimeters tall. 62.8 centimeters. So that's like, it's fucking pretty small. And I thought I was fucking short. Mikhail Rufinelli has one of the world's biggest hips. Her waist measures in at 40 inches, but her hips are 8 feet around. Holy fucking jumping Jesus. Fucking now that's an ass. She's got a booty on her. I don't even know what the fuck I would do with all that. Jabroni, and she's got some fucking bloke kind of hanging off him. I tell you one thing, that motherfucker doesn't leave the toilet seat up. Didier Montalvo of Colombia was born with giant mole disease. Oh my god. Congenital melicytic nevis. His mole was so big that it covered his entire back, causing him discomfort. The mole has since been removed successfully. Holy shit. That is unbelievable. He looks like a fucking Ninja Turtle. He looks like he has a Ninja Turtle shell on his back. Jesus. Holy shit. Paul Carson, also known as Mr. Smurf, consumed a silver compound that he created himself, and it caused him to develop a condition called Argyria. He passed away in 2012 from a stroke and heart attack unrelated to his condition. Jesus, he's like blue. He looks like Papa Smurf. He's got some big ass white beard, just like I'm gonna have in about a year. Number 8. Amo Hadija. Amu Hada is the dirtiest man alive. He's 80 years old, man, and has not bathed in more than 60 years, and currently resides in a small abandoned brick hut surrounded by garbage, dirt, and animal feces. Wow, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? Shrandra Bahadur Danji is the smallest person alive. He is a primordial dwarf and stands at only 1 foot 9 inch. Wow. Jesus Christ. He's like riding around on some dude's backpack. How sweet would that be, man? He would just be like, you'd probably just be taken care of your whole life. You wouldn't be able to really, well, yeah, it would kind of suck, really, not to be able to do anything, or that's even no driving, or you'd have to have some fucked up looking gas pedal, I guess, if that was your forte. Number 10, Mohammed Kalim's hand condition is puzzled doctors, and there's no solid prognosis. The 8-year-old Indian boy's hands measure more than 12 inches from the base of his palm and the end of his index finger. Jesus Christ. This guy must have a fucking big-ass horse schlong or something on him. Poor bastard. He's like the next fucking Ron Jeremy. How do you pull off the old shocker with that one? I don't know. Jesus. It's a fucking animal. Number 11, Roth Buckholt's strangeness is completely unnatural. He has 453 piercings because he simply loves the feeling of getting pierced. My God, he looks like a fucking a metal Ronald McDonald. He's got those fucking horn things in his head. I never really understood that, but I don't know, man. You must have had some fucked up shit done to you, I guess, you know. Not enough hugs from your daddy, maybe. And then you go off and, you know, pierce giant fucking coasters in your ears. I have no fucking clue what the fuck's wrong with people, you know. But, you know, here's the hoping that, you know, I one day do not end up like that. Probably get into the last thing here. You know, it's a beauty day out today. We had some fucking weather, and I'm not gonna fucking bore your ass with weather. You're like, Jesus, Paul, we're not gonna hear about the fucking weather again. No, we're not. This is the most haunted places in Canada, and looks like most of them are in fucking on the old rock back home. It's at the Newman Wine Vault in St. John's. A long deceased African slave and a young child are among the many spectators which visit her here. Witnesses have also reported to the media about being pushed and pinched by these apparitional figures. Apparitional, Paul. Okay. This is the hag with two faces on Dobbin's Garden on Bell Island. A banshee is believed to wander this area with the surrounding marshland. They are reported to appear in two forms, as a beautiful woman dressed in white or as a frightening old hag. Local legend holds that men who have gone near this area have mysteriously gone missing for days at a time. When they finally emerge from the marshland, they are completely unaware about the time lapse. Their only memories are a putrid smell and a grotesque old woman in ragged clothes crawling towards them from the bushes, forcing them to the ground with the smell of death. Ooh. Got shivers from that one. Ooh, and this is in the Iron ore mines in Wabano, Bell Island, and actually did a mine tour one year over here, and you go right under the ocean, like the iron ore mines in World War II, like they dug right under the ocean, and that's where all the iron ore. And then I think something happened, like a big torpedo missile or something, and hit the shore and collapsed the mine, or the mine collapsed years later. I'm not 100% sure on that, but anyway, this is in the iron ore mines in Wabana, Bell Island. Iron ore was found here as far back as the 1578s, but serious mining did not begin until the 1890s. These mines reached far beyond this island, out 3 miles under the ocean floor. See? I'm not totally full of shit after all. In 1950, the first mine was closed, and the last one was closed in 1966. Numerous tragic accidents seem to have led to the paranormal activities. Apparitional miners have been seen by visitors both inside, which are now sealed off, and outside this place. An entire shift of spectators has been witnessing exiting one of the mines' time shaft. What the fuck am I talking about? An entire shift of spectators has been seen by eyewitnesses exiting one of the mines at the time shaft. Change would have been said occasionally. Jesus. If I could read these stories, it would probably be way creepier. So this is at the Chaz Bryan restaurant in St. John's. When the building was originally used as an inn or apartments, a woman woke up in the morning building with a ghostly man floating above her. That woman was unable to move, and as She laid paralyzed. A strange man placed 2 coins over her eyes. He seemed to be preparing her for interment. In fact, this building was later a funeral home and is believed to be haunted by mournful families who entered there. Another woman spectator has been seen by staff and visitors wandering the hallways. She has a long, jagged scar down her torso, as if from a recent autopsy, but walks around as though nothing happened here. Perhaps this woman is unaware about being deceased. In Newfoundland, the East End Fire Station in St. fucking John's, it has been haunted by apparition of a young girl who committed suicide in or near this building. Reports from witnesses have included disembodied footsteps, cold spots, and eerie sensations that someone is directly behind anybody when anybody is alone in the fire hall. The Isle of Demons in Quarpon Island. The island was once considered a cursed place where sailors refused to land and lost souls were abandoned to lose their life. Marigetti de Roberval was one of these unfortunates, condemned to the island for becoming pregnant out of wedlock. Her tale of survival in this terrifying place and cursed ring she left behind have become one of Canada's greatest and most terrifying legends. The Trinity Village, a red-cloaked woman, spectator, and an apparitional hearse haunt a local cemetery. This ghostly woman is believed to be Nancy Coyle. Her occupation was to prepare the unwanted dead for the interment during the 1840s, but many locals claim she was a sorceress who could resurrect these corpses. Alright, I got... there's only 3 more of these motherfuckers left, so... And then you can get on with your Sunday, right? I'm all done me coffee. Hopefully you had a solid breakfast, which I'll probably make after I say peace out to all you YouTube Metal Mercers Road listeners. So here it is, one of 3 of the last fucking most haunted places in Canada, and for some reason they're all where I'm from. This spooky legend dates to 1745. It's the headless ghost of Queen's Road in St. John's. Samuel Pettyham rented a house on the outskirts of town, and one night as he was being driven home in a carriage from a friend's house, the horse stopped and would not budge. Pettyham got out and offered to walk the rest of the way. Upon entering the laneway of his little house, he spotted what looked like a lantern carried by another person. So he hurried to meet them. When the figure stepped into the moonlight, Pettyham took one look and fled back up to Queen's Road, swearing he would never spend another night at the house. He claimed to have seen a tall man with his head completely severed almost at his shoulder, and the headless spectator in question is a ship's captain. When he was at sea, the woman he loved flirted with a local man who was jealous and undecided to rid himself of competition. One night, as the captain was leaving the little house, the other man cut his head off close to the shoulders. The legend says the murderer was never tired, and now Headless Captain's soul still roams the site where he was murdered, looking for his killer. Jesus. Owner. Probably a lot of this shit's true, because Newfoundland was quite the fucking, rampant place. Robertson Hill in St. John's. This place is to be located of the last official duel commenced. A report is said by witnesses that the loser's ghost roams the streets. Ensign John Philpott was his name, and he was an officer of a gentlemanly background. Captain Mark Rudkin and Philpott began this duel over the affections of Miss Colleen. Both men used pistols. The duel began on March 30th, 1826. Philpott shot missed his intended target. Rudkin had fired aimlessly into the air and in hopes to settle the disagreement, but Philpott refused and prepared for a second round. The second shot proved to be fatal for Philpott, who was wounded and died a short time after. The spooky gun shooting duel carries on, and at night you may be able to catch a glimpse of the battle. The loser in this case came out of the most memorable and the loser in this case came out the most memorable of the two gunmen and continues to be a legend here. And this is the last fucking most haunted place in Canada. It's the Viking ghost boat in Langston Meadows. Before Christopher Columbus laid claim to discovering America, the Vikings explored this region and founded a settlement here, leaving only a few physical artifacts for historians to remember them in the future centuries. But some witnesses claim that the Vikings have returned in apparition and have been seen in the spooky Viking longboat sailing majestically along the fog-shrouded shores of Langston Meadows. I don't know why they called it a French fucking name. I don't know. Last I checked, Vikings weren't French. But that's just me. So anyway, thanks for fucking sticking with me here on the Metal Mercers Road podcast. I do one of these once a week. Hopefully you're having a hell of a summer. Summer is upon us pretty much here. The spring, the trees are green, and Sage is probably sick of being locked in that room for my rambunctious podcast here of the top 10 advantages of being a single bachelor. Fucking rights. Anyway, enjoying life, enjoying the people, and anyway, peace out. Metal Mercers Road over and out. We'll see you at our show June 17th. I got tickets still. We sold a bunch. We must have sold 25 or so already. We got a bunch more. We got new t-shirts in too, so really excited about playing our next show. Rocking the fingers on the bass for the first time. First show ever. And yeah, peace out. P-Town down. P-Town up. Peace out.